The White House has quickly distanced itself from its former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn guilty plea, saying it would not implicate President Donald Trump or anybody else in the administration. The disgraced former three-star general, who was fired just weeks into his job in February, earlier pleaded guilty to making false statements to the FBI regarding conversations he had with Russia's ambassador to Washington.
A statement from the White House says Michael Flynn's false statement to the FBI mirrors the false statements he made to administration officials, which resulted in his resignation in February. They maintain that nothing about the guilty plea or the charge implicates anyone other than Mr. Flynn. They further try to distance themselves from Flynn, who has promised to fully cooperate with the special counsel, referring to him as a former National Security Advisor at the White House for 25 days, as well as a former Obama administration official. But former President Obama reportedly warned Trump about Flynn after the latter's election, raising concerns about Flynn joining then-President-elect Trump's national security team. The current president is on record as saying the investigation into his former confidant was a witch hunt.
Michael Flynn, General Flynn, is a wonderful man. I think he's been treated very, very unfairly by the media, as I call it, the fake media in many cases. And I think it's really a sad thing that he was treated so badly.
Flynn is accused of falsely telling FBI officials that in December last year, he did not ask Russia's envoy to Washington to refrain from escalating matters after the United States under former President Barack Obama imposed sanctions on Moscow in retaliation against alleged interference in the 2016 election. The filing also says Flynn falsely stated that he did not ask Russia to delay a vote or defeat a pending UN Security Council resolution condemning Israeli settlements. Flynn's interactions raised concerns of a broader conspiracy with Russian contacts. These charges come after a former foreign policy advisor to the Trump campaign, George Papadopoulos, pleaded guilty in October also to lying to the FBI about communications with people who represented themselves as having ties to the Russian government. Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, also faces charges of money laundering, conspiracy, tax fraud, and failure to disclose his lobbying on behalf of foreign governments. Sherman Brycepease, SABC News, New York.